Good evening, everyone. Thank you for the opportunity to say a few words of welcome at today's induction ceremony. Thank you for that, Dr. Kosloski. I appreciate the opportunity. Never give a microphone to a preacher or a professor if you don't want to. Membership in an honor society has value. It provides prospective employers with instant verification of exemplary performance, and it distinguishes members of honor societies from those who are not members of honor societies. For example, did you know that the U.S. government's Office of Personnel Management offers incoming federal employees a 2-level pay grade increase for superior academic performance? And that can be proven through membership in a recognized honor society. Alpha Phi Sigma is such an honor society. Membership in this society recognizes academic excellence. All universities have honor societies of varying types with differing Greek letters, but they all serve one purpose, and that is to recognize achievement. Those who put in the extra effort, who balance family, professional, academic responsibilities should be recognized. Alpha Phi Sigma is the only criminal justice honor society affiliated with the Academy of Criminal Justice Sciences, and it has existed since 1942. And today, there are over 360 chapters. So when you join this chapter, you become part of a much broader organization. Those of you who are members and those of you who are becoming members should be rightly proud of this designation. We are all certainly proud of you. And as you go forward, please remember the goals of Alpha Phi Sigma, which are to honor and promote academic excellence, community service, educational leadership, and unity. So let me conclude our opening remarks by saying congratulations to our inductees and to all support them, especially the tireless and dedicated Dr. Kosloski, who has so ably served as faculty mentor for this organization. Mike Martinez, would you please come up to the microphone and provide some remarks?
Henry, thank you. If I'd have known that about the federal government job, I'd have joined the honor society. So I started off a federal career at a lower rate, and hopefully all of you are. Dean Reed, thank you again. Dr. Kosloski, thank you. Staff, faculty, honored guests, family. It's my pleasure as the director of the Bachelor of Arts in Criminal Justice program to be a part of this special event. In honor and recognition of our outstanding BACJ and MCJ students, you represent the best of the best within the criminal justice program and the university. Today will take your place in becoming a part of the history of the program, a history that began 11 years ago, and of which I will share part of that with you today. Initially, the School of Public Affairs was known as the Graduate School of Public Affairs. The school was initiated in 1972 with operating units in Boulder, Denver, and Colorado Springs. In 1978, Graduate School of Public Affairs programs were discontinued on the Boulder campus, and the dean's office moved to the Denver campus, and a resident dean directed the program at UCCS. An agreement creating the Consolidated Graduate School of Public Affairs that reached across both campuses was placed in 1997. On July 18, 2006, then Chancellor Pamela Shockley-Zalbet submitted a request for action with the University of Colorado Regents proposing a Bachelor of Arts degree in criminal justice. The degree program was designed on the model proposed by the Academy of Criminal Justice Sciences, an organization that sets standards for criminal justice degrees. The rationale for the program was based on an ever-growing demand for criminal justice professionals, along with a lack of multidisciplinary liberal arts degrees in criminal justice in the Southern Colorado area. The BACJ degree was built on an interdisciplinary program to meet the changing needs of the criminal justice organization. The University of Colorado Regents approved the proposal on August 3rd, 2006, followed by the Colorado Commission on Higher Education on August 21st, 2006. In August 2007, undergraduate criminal justice courses were offered on the Denver and Colorado Springs campuses, and the name of the school was changed to the School of Public Affairs, also now referred to as SPA. An associate dean at UCCS oversaw day-to-day administration and exercised control of independent budget, faculty governance over most of academic affairs was shared across campuses. On June 1st, 2004, a date that I'm very proud of because that led to the dissolution of the consolidated schools of public affairs, and the memorandum of understanding was executed. The two schools became independent entities with separate governance. UCCS moved from oversight by the dean of the Denver campus, and Dr. George Reed became the founding dean of the UCCS School of Public Affairs on July 1st, 2005. So Dr. Reed, congratulations for being our founding dean. Of the individuals responsible for assisting in development of the BACJ program at UCCS, only one remains. Mary Lou Cardis, Finance and Operations Manager. I consider Mary Lou the School of Public Affairs historian. Anytime I want information on the School of Public Affairs, she's the first person I go to. In August 2007, when classes were first offered, Dr. Katie Kalkinen was the only full-time faculty member. In 2009, 3 additional faculty were hired. I was one of the fortunate to be offered a teaching position, and in 2011 promoted to senior instructor and director of the BACJ program. We now have 9 full-time faculty members. When the BACJ program began offering classes, initial anticipated enrollment during the annual year 2007-2008 was 30 students. Actual enrollment was 47, so we far surpassed that initial anticipated enrollment. The program has steadily grown from the initial enrollment. Today serves 596 majors and minors. The undergraduate criminal justice program has been one of the fastest growing programs since its inception. It's because of students like you that make the program a success. UCCS was granted a National Criminal Justice Honor Society charter in 2010. In recognition of this event, I would like to thank Dr. Anna Kosloski for her dedicated and devoted leadership and service. It is because of her hard work and commitment to the Honor Society that we are here tonight to celebrate and recognize your accomplishments. So Dr. Kosloski, congratulations. Academic excellence and achievement is a part of who you are and will serve to promote you as a leader in the criminal justice field or whatever career path you choose to take. This event serves to recognize your past accomplishments and your success. Today is a memento that represents your achievements and what you will look forward to in the future. Students recognized for excellent educational, community, and leadership accomplishments. Today represents the significance of your dedicated work and the sacrifices that you made to remain focused on your education while dealing with everyday events in life. Enjoy and cherish the moment and the memories. You earn them by your recognition of becoming the best of the best within the BACJ program, the MCJ program, and the university. You will make your own history today as outstanding students, future leaders, community representatives, and representatives of the University of Colorado, Colorado Springs School of Public Affairs. Congratulations to each and every one of you, your family, your friends, distinguished guests. I thank you again for this opportunity to be here with you this evening on this very special occasion. Again, thank you. And Anjelika, I'll turn it over to you.
First of all, thank you all for coming. Just as exemplary students deserve and receive recognition from the faculty who instruct them, so too do the instructors who devote countless hours shaping student minds with their passion. Tonight, we do just that. We have here with us tonight a senior instructor who has been an integral part in the explosion that is the criminal justice degree track at UCCS today. Before we were able to call him our own, he spent many years fighting the good fight in the U.S. Probation Department and implementing programs for other criminal justice degree programs. At UCCS, he has been the springboard of placement for many interns, a counselor for those who were unsure, and a mentor for those who desire to walk the path that he has gone before. Tonight, we as students recognize all that he has given to us. Mr. Martinez, thank you for accepting my unconventional viewpoints and pushing me to see things in a more rounded fashion. Thank you also for not being afraid to voice your opinion in your quiet, humble manner and letting someone know that you see the future in them and that they will do great things.
For over 40 years, Mr. Martinez has served our community and has used this service and knowledge to pass along knowledge and a sense of service to others. As the director of our program, he has developed how we have learned as students and how we can later apply our academic pursuits to internships and career paths. For some of us, we've been able to take his classes and get his insight into the world of prison gangs, criminal organizations, and the correctional system. For others, we've been able to interact with him through independent studies or internship opportunities, where he has tried his hardest to ensure that each and every one of us have attained valuable experience for our careers. His diligence and attention to every student is unmatched, and it reflects that we are cared for throughout our time at UCCS, whether we are pursuing our bachelor degrees, master's degrees, or both. Whether it be in the classroom or through an internship program, Mr. Martinez has been a guide, a mentor, and a cornerstone of our criminal justice program here at UCCS. For fostering a sense of pride and trust in his students, we would like to show our gratitude by honoring him here today at this ceremony. Thank you for all your hard work, Mr. Martinez. I would like to welcome Farrah to the stand.
Mr. Martinez, I cannot thank you enough for your mentorship and guidance throughout my undergraduate and graduate career. Your passion for teaching as well as your past experiences significantly impacted my achievements in the CJ program. Thank you for always pushing me to make that extra effort and inspiring me to continue my education here at UCCS. Mr. Martinez, if you could please come forward.
This is not expected.
We, as criminal justice students, present you with this Lifetime Appreciation Award. Thank you for your years of service in the field of criminal justice and higher education. Without your hard work, the scales of justice may not have tipped so strongly in the favor of UCCS. For all of the criminal justice students who have gone, those who remain, and those who come, we thank you for your part in making this all possible.
You're just happy I don't have a 2-hour PowerPoint presentation. Right? 8 a.m. Oops. Oh, that. I messed up.
Put you in the spotlight.
Thank you all very much.
And now we will have Matt, who will introduce our guest speaker.
YongJei is an assistant professor here in the School of Public Affairs at UCCS. After receiving his master's degree in public policy and management from Carnegie Mellon University, Dr. Lee received his Ph.D. in criminal justice from University of Cincinnati School of Criminal Justice. His current research examines police effectiveness, spatiotemporal patterns of crime hotspots, crime place detection and forecasting algorithm using geographic information systems, concentration of crime at places, offenders and victims, and measures of crime concentration phenomena. Dr. Lee received a national award from the National Institute of Justice as one of the winners of the Real-Time Crime Forecasting Challenge. His research has recently appeared in Journal of Quantitative Criminology, Journal of Experimental Criminology, Translational Criminology, and Crime Science. Without further ado, Dr. Lee.
This meeting is celebrating yourself, right? And congratulate again about your achievement, academic achievement, and your best of the best doing in University of Colorado Springs. So I was thinking about what kind of topic would be better off for today's conversation. And one of the best thing I could give you today is to push you a little bit more further, because you already reached out to the best of the best. So I'm not going to give you any stress, but please enjoy what I'm going to talk about, these topics, and please ask me any questions if you have. It's all about our Colorado Springs. So before you were born, you were here somewhere else, right? And then you came into the United States. The dot here represents where we are today. It's our university. When we zoom into the further, you can see that our location is inside of Colorado. The biggest problem is, how much do you know about the Colorado? How much do you know about the Colorado Springs? How much do you know about our university? And how much do you know about the neighborhoods surrounding this university? The reason I'm going to talk about these topics is straightforward. You have achieved best of the best. You have to expand yourself toward the real world. So I want to challenge you in terms of some knowledge, technology, and the future work you have to dig in. If someone asks you how much you know about the Colorado, this graph will give you one of the striking things. This graph was created by one of my students, which is the tornado strike down. The more the blob is greater, the more injury was happening by the tornado. Fortunately, Colorado was not that much impacted historically. So once we get in here, actually Colorado is impacted at some time. Where every 9 to 10 years we were impacted by some tornado severe event. But there's some sort of millennial falcon shape over here. That is Colorado Springs. You can say to someone else who asks you, is Colorado Springs safe from the tornado impact? Yes, it is. We've never been impacted by tornado. And this is our location, where we are. And I want to talk about some neighborhoods back here. Do you know where the poverty is embedded inside Colorado Springs? The red areas are the poverty areas. If someone asks you how many single mothers we have, the red areas are representing single mothers who actually raises their kid without their fathers. How much do you know about the unemployment rate for the city? You can see that some of the northern areas and southern areas are also covered by unemployment issues. And also someone asks you about education level. Most of the cases here, most of the households in the southern areas are wedded by the undereducated residents. And you guys will graduate soon and looking for a good place to work. If you want to live in Colorado Springs, I think this map will give you some idea. Most of the people living inside the center of the Colorado Springs has to drive more than 2 hours. The red ones represents the number of the residents who has to drive more than 2 hours to go to their workplace. This is what we are, where we are. If we combine all of those 5 different density maps together, it'll give you some idea where the public demand is more needed. It's not only on the southern area, it's also on the northern areas too. And when we zoom into where we are, our university area, we're not that much far away from this demanding area. About 2.1 miles away from the University of Colorado, toward here, and also 1.8 miles away from our school to this place. we're not that much far away, just 2 miles away. Those places needs more social demand, social resources to be deployed to fix the problems over there. And what you're doing here is celebrating yourself today. That's why I want you to think about our neighborhood, our community, our city, and also our state. In addition to our state, I want to think about our nation too. So we are here, but I don't want to cut off my guest lecture over here because as I'm a criminal justice professor, I got the data set from the CSPD, Colorado Springs Police Department today. The data give you some idea where you should not go, where you should be avoid to go. These dots are all representing previous crime events. From 2013 to 2017, we have a lot of crime, right? You don't have to worry that much because these all include some petite crimes too. But absolutely, you can see some red blobs over there. Those red blobs are representing the crime-ridden area. He calls it crime hotspot. You can see that some of the car accident cases are happening a lot of times. Here, over there. Maybe not car accident only, but also some severe crimes too. So you have to think about yourself because you have achieved this much. The safety is another rule of thumb you have to take care of. At the citywide level, these are the places where the crime is heavily wedded. This is my first time talking about Colorado Springs crime data because I got the data set at 11 a.m. today from the CSPD. So this 2 slides was not actually added to this guest lecture, but I think this is much more better off for you because someone will graduate soon, but someone will stay here for a while. So I want you to know where you should go, where you should not go. If you want to go there, the red area, you should be prepared for those, right? And that's why I want to bring these issues, also for the parents too. And thank you very much. I was YongJei.
At this time, we're going to start to call up the inductees to officially welcome you to Alpha Phi Sigma and give you your certificate. I'm going to ask Mr. Martinez, Dean Reed as well, and Dr. YongJei if they would like to come to the front to shake the hands of our new inductees as they walk across our stage. And the officers, Anjelika and Matthew, if you would come up to help pass out those certificates. We are going to read the names of all of the inductees. Not everyone is here with us today because as honor students, you are busy working and serving your communities, taking classes. But we do want to take a moment since we're recording this to acknowledge them. But for those of you who are here, please come up when you hear your name. We're going to give you your certificate and be able to shake hands. Please, parents, take pictures. We welcome that. So we'll go ahead and get started. Lourdes Bollinger. We can clap. Megan Burnett. One of our Alpha Phi Sigma officers, Kasey Constantino. Hannah Clark. Crawford. Lindsay Davidson. Andy Lynn Hollins. Farrah Kassak. Cassandra King. Elizabeth Robinson. And Sarah Sloan. Congratulations to our inductees. I'm going to invite our Alpha Phi Sigma Lambda Sigma chapter president, Anjelika Hammack, up to talk about what it's like to be an Alpha Phi Sigma member.
Again, I'd like to welcome all the newly inducted members. We're so glad that you've joined, and for some of you that I finally got to meet you. Again, the mission of Alpha Phi Sigma is to promote analytical thinking, rigorous scholarship, and lifelong learning, to keep abreast of the advances in scientific research, to elevate the ethical standards of the criminal justice professions, and to sustain in the public mind the benefits and necessity of education and professional training. As an Alpha Phi member, this is the assignment entrusted to you. Thank you for accepting and joining this mission.
So that does conclude the formal portion of our program. We do have a cake. We'd like to take some group photos, give parents a chance, their family members and friends to take photos.